Cinderella night songs. Let's fucking do it. Try not grabbing a B chord there on your A string. Regular full power chord there. Second on the B, fourth on the D and G. Go ahead and grab the second fret on your E also. Alright. And now, there is one. Another one of those, because we're cutting into a... We're going to drop down, do the same thing we're doing here. Open E and A, second fret of D. Too far to reach that. Alright, anyway, there's a... Start leaving the turnaround there. So anyway, we're just walking up A open, second frets of D and G. Same thing on open E, second frets of D and G. A and D. Walking up and down an A5 with the octave on there. Same thing on E. Holy hell. Do an A5 to a B5 there. Open A, power chord to a second fret power chord on A. And the turnaround, a couple different ones. That's a sensible shoes way there, because you got a bass player bringing that son of a bitch down on the low E there. So, but I'll show you how to grab that too. So we're just walking through that A5 chord again with the, also using that. All right, then we're going to drop off that second fret on the G string to the first fret, leaving that second fret on the A or the D string. First fret on G, second fret on D, we'll go to an open B, back to second fret on D. Alright, now another way you can grab that G sharp on the E string, which is what I think the bass is doing, but harder to fucking control all that too. I can't even pick that fucking thing for some reason. Anyway, you get the idea. Fourth fret of the E, walking up second fret of D, open B, back to second fret of D. And the second turnaround is walking that. Just walking up and down. Same through the verse, and then once you come down to that, alright, just grab the second frets on D and G. We're doing just 2 string lines here. Second fret of D and G, down to the fourth frets of A and D, down the second frets of A and D, and back up to 4. Now there's some vibrato on that. Grab it however you like. It tends to sound a little better, I think, if you use 2 fingers, but your call. Alright, so when you come out of that, you got that vibrato. That vibrato is going to take a beat off of our shit. So we're going to come in, count 3 and then 2 counts of 4, so you keep the meter straight. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. chord there, G5 open, 3rd fret on E, dead A, open A and D, or D and G. 3rd frets on E and B if you want, or just a 3rd fret on B. There you're cutting that 3rd note off and you're bringing that G note. Anyway, I'm going with open D chord, open A and D, 2nd fret of G, 3rd fret of B. And there's 2 hits on that. Coming to that. Now I'm going open A and D on this. So we're coming to this E7 add 9, whatever the fuck that is. I'm going 7th fret on A, 6th fret on D, 7th fret on G, 8th fret on B. See it going down with the A chord there, or the open E. There's no fucking movement in that though. We do it that way, we're going from a D to an E, lead into our A5 to a B, right? Right? And the chorus. And then the old fucking solo there. I actually just I saw this on another guy fucking playing this song. I had no idea that was even in there. It sounded like fucking synthesizers or something to me. So just some mumbled shit. I'm not even gonna try to fucking sort it out. You got all that shit going on, and then you got a harmonic coming up in the background with a whammy bar, which I can't play all that shit. I can't lead into that whammy bar and then come into that. It's too much fucking work. I don't know how you'd even do it, because it comes in hot. Anyway, so it's breaking down some whammy bar shit with some harmonics in the background, and he comes in, I think, with a B, because we're in B, and it's going to lead into that. Getting windy out. Anyway, so we're going to come in here and we're going to walk so we're going to try to keep 4 count on this to keep it straight, because you're going to be, since you got 3 notes on each string, you don't want to do that in triplets, but you got to keep it in 4ths, quadruplets. Alright, and just for the hell of it, we're playing in the fucking B Phrygian mode here. Alright. Anyway, so coming here on 5, 7, 8. I'm going to bring this in here, this D sharp, which isn't part of our fucking scale, but he's beating it up in here for some reason. So we're going to go ahead and introduce that right now. And like I said, a 4 count. So we'll go 5, 7, 8. We're going to go 6, 7, 9 on the A string, and then 7, 9 on the D string. That's one of those things. Since it's happened to be in a 3 count, you can break that shit up. If that's not something you're doing, you have to be something to try out here. You can alternate pick that shit to death if you want to, but it's going to give you that Kirk Hammett fucking kind of heavy hand. So anyway, nothing wrong with Kirk Hammett. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that. So anyway, Just like when you first started playing, trying to isolate one string and shit, it felt funny as shit. You know what I mean? Now you can probably flutter like a fucking crazy person. Same fucking thing. You gotta keep, keep moving up. So, plus it just flows better. So 5-7-8 on E, 6-7-9 on A, 7-9 on D. Alright, we're going to grab the 8th fret here on the G string, hammer on the 9, down the 9th fret to 10th fret, hammer on D, back up to 8 to 9 on the G string, and then we're going to go to 7 to 8 on the old fucking B string there, back down. I like to grab that harmonic on the 12th fret of the G string, but you can also grab it down there on the 7th fret of G. Anyway, so whatever you feel. So right? Remembered I forgot the fucking slide part. I'll get to that here in a minute too. Anyway. So, sliding 9th fret of G, 9th fret of G, 10th fret of B, slide down to 8. Pull off however you want. That's on all the B string there. 10, 8, 7. And we're going to go 7, 9, 8 on the G string. Right? Alright, now we're going to move in threes here. Again, we're laying heavy on that D sharp, which isn't in our scale here, but somewhere it works. Major third of our scale. Anyway, or of our key root. So we're going 8, 9, 10. Oh fuck. 8, 9, 11. 2 rows. Thank you. Alright, there we go. 8, 9, 11 on the G string, 7, 8, 10 on the B string. Alright, hold on. Alright. Got it. Maybe. 8, 9, 11 on G. 7, 8, 10. Back to there. Twice. Now we're going to come down to 7, 8, 9 on the G string. Down to the D string. So 6, 7, or 7, 8, 9. Come down to the A string. Back up to the D string. The last part's going to be a hammer on and pull off on 7, 9 down to the 8th fret of E. Hammer on, pull off, and 7 and 9 on A, down to the 8th of E. Like that fucking D sharp on A string, 6th fret. If I'm making sense of that. Alright, 8, 9, 11, 7, 8, 10. A couple turns, I'm gonna go 7, 8, 9. From G to D. We're gonna go from A to D. Some artificial harmonics in there too. Right? All right. Slide into the 8th fret, back to that D sharp, 8th fret of G, 8th fret of D, G, we'll walk up 5, 7, 8 on B, up to the 5th fret of E, 8th fret of B to the 5th fret of E, right? Yeah, I think I'm calling it that. Alright, 8th fret of G, 5, 7, 8 on B, 5th of E, 8, 5 on B, hammer on 7, 8, pull off to 5, back to 7. Back to our little thing before the chorus. Slide part. It's your fucking trusty slide out there. I think I broke down the rest of it. Fair enough. Goes from the fat fucking A chord to the one, you know what I'm talking about? Alright. So. Alright. So I got a big fucking slide here, so whatever you got. Not Dickie fucking Betts, you know what I mean? I'm not really sure who that is even. So we're just working inside that F sharp box, pentatonic. There. Could be the B box. It's going to be Phrygian mode either way. We're going 14-16 here on the G string. When you come in, pretty rushed there on the first one, on those pickings, but I'm gonna let that fucker breathe there on that end. Alright, I'm just going from 16 to 17 there. Slide back down to 14. When you come up here, we're going to grab the 19th frets there on the B and G. And the last one. Come around that slide, and we come down to the D string. Come up to the 16th fret on G. Right? Another one.